A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down now, run with McKinnon. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And Dalton to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Motion. Hey, 40's Mike right there. Here we go, can. Hey, Delta. We're good now.
Dalton here from the gun. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on to kick it away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off, and he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Mahomes now on first down. It's Kelsey on the grab.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Right here.
Now here's Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Mahomes now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And that's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
He's check. Hey, 43, 15. Shit. Whip. Watch the whip.
And again, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And Stills bringing it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Yellow. Watch the pass.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. It's caught. Stills, right side. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds at his own 1-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes and Stills over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
He sets the fire deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5.
Get ready.
At their own 18-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
First down, Cardinals.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way. You ain't going nowhere.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Slap. Here you go, kid. 40's the mic. Watch the slap. 2 by 2. Move.
And again, Andy Dalton to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 7-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7 now from their own 7.
Man left. 3 down.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
Check.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Perry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A run for Nick Chubb. And an alley to run. 20, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Got an open man, Keelan Cole. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's going to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. 2nd down, McKinnon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go. Check back 40. Check back.
Now Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2 minutes.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Nick Chubb, 68 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. This one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Harrison Butker to kick off 4 Kansas City.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 33-yard line.
318! They go 368! Bravo!
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. 22 yards there, a first down.
A gain of 22 yards.
Andy Dalton now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing, Dalton. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Darius Slay with a pick.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
4 down, check, 4 down.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he finds Stills, complete. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Mahomes now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Under 10.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
From the 40 now on second down. Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Keelan Cole, the intended target. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. No gain on the screen there. It's second down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Rush in. Out.
Yeah, 5-6.
40's Mike.
Dalton. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gonzalez to add the PAT. Oh, he pulled it right. It's no good. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more.
Cardinals 13.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Move. Hey,
Orbit.
40's the line. Squeeze.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
Move. Here you go. Can. Hey, exit.
Switch the mic right here. We go Mike 40. Bandit.
Mike 40. Check. He's coming.
To throw again. Dalton. This is brought in by Gibson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
44. Here you go.
Check Mike 40. Danny.
So Dalton now. Flush to his right. Jordan Reed has it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It'll be an Arizona 1st down on a gain of 17.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
I know he ain't got it. Mike 40.
Hey.
A first carry now for Kofani Muhammad. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
2-by-2. Move. Hey, Haywood. Let's get it together, defense.
Mike 40, Mike 40. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off.
Now on 2nd and 13, Dalton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? And that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, we're going Mike 40. Mike. Regular. Here you go. 93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here you go. That's up.
They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Hey, Yellow. Let's go, Louie. Here we go. Shoot.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Cardinals' 47-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
6 guard. Check 6 guard.
Shift. Watch the shift.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes steps away to his left. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, get in the weight room. Safe. Mike 40.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find a good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Out to the right, here's McKinnon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Mike 40, Mike 40. Yeah, that's what I do.
They'll try on fourth. Here's Dalton. That one caught by Gibson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
Heads up. Larry. 2 by 2. Move. Hot.
Shit.
Ice. Hey, box drop.
40's Mike. 40's Mike.
Hey, check. Oh, hey, we're going Mike 40, Mike 40. Let's go, defense.
Here we go. Can. Here we go. Move.
The first down throw coming for Dalton. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
93, 44. Here you go.
99.
Hot.
Watch safety creep.
22 jet bomber.
He's creeping.
Hey, get him.
And it'll be Dalton again. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that will shave one more off this lead.
45. Cardinals 20.
So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well,
there he goes, left side. 36 yards on the play.
36 yards. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win it.